ways you love to play. Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at Academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Monarch, the official trophy provider for Typo.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the zone here on the Type of Sports Network. Kind of a rough start here as we're getting things reset, ready to go. The 2021 season is on. I don't know who's more excited, you guys or myself. I'm telling you, I am ready for football. A lot of things have been going on, a lot of big changes. Thank you for joining us. So please spread it out. I'm trying to get online so I can make sure seeing everything properly, hearing everything properly. Having a little problems doing that, but we're going to get there. Eventually, I tried to get up on one computer. I got all kinds of problems with that. So now I'm going to try it on my phone and see what we can do to find the actual stream, make sure it's getting out so I can spread it out to everybody and let them know that we are live for the 2021 season, the fall season, ready to get going. Division 2 has already started. They started last week. Division 1 gets going this weekend. We're going to run through some of these things as quickly as we can and let you know what is happening, when it's happening. And it sounds really good, looks really good on my phone here. So we'll just put this right there so I can see what's happening myself. Don't forget, you can go on. You can watch it on Facebook, Facebook Live right now. We'll spread that out to my personal page. It's currently on the Zone page right now. Make sure that you join us every Wednesday night. We're back starting at 8 p.m. We may back it up to 8:30 depending on how things go. Let me share this real quick to make sure everybody can see it. And we'll put it on my news feed. And there we go. We are live and kicking right now here on the Zone on the Type of Sports Network. A lot of great games that went on over the last weekend for the regular season. And we'll pull up those scores here for Division 2. Only Division 2 got started this past weekend. It was just Division 2. Division 1 gets go for those games coming up this weekend. So you know where to catch those games at. Got any questions? You can go in the chat box. We can see it right here, and we'll talk to you. Thank you for letting us know that you're here. And I'll give a few people a little more time to jump in here before we get everything really going. Week 1 scores for Division 2. And we're just going to go over all of them that came through by age group. We'll start off with the flag as, again, Division 2 got started. West Texas Falcons are starting off their season very strong. Sounds really good. West Texas Falcons taking on the 325 Bandits, a new organization to the league and to the West Texas area. And they go down 38-0 in the flag division. Abilene Cowboys, right off the bat, they get the Lubbock Red Raiders. These two teams always go at it each and every season, and no different here in the flag game. 20-18, the Cowboys over the Red Raiders. Mike Fontaine, good evening. Thank you for joining us here, sir. Glad to see everybody jumping back in and joining us here on the Type of Sports Network. Kenny Long here, your host here on the Zone. Again, we'll be here every Wednesday starting tonight, kicking things off at 8 p.m. I'm going to put some feelers. As a matter of fact, I'll do it right now. I don't have I got to figure out how to do the poll thing again on this thing. We were using a new version to broadcast, which is great. I love it. But there's certain things I want to do on here that I can't seem to find. But as I continue to play with it, we'll get used to it and ready to go. We're live on Facebook. We're live on our YouTube channel as well, the Type of Sports Network. You can go to the Zone on YouTube, follow us there, like us there, and you'll get best of both worlds, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube. But one of the things I want to know, do I start this show too early? I've had some people tell me that 8 o'clock is too early because teams are still practicing and they're trying to get home to watch the show, listen to the show, what have you. So would an 8:30 start be better? That's my question. Is 8 p.m. too early, or is it okay? Or would you rather start at 8:30? I'll tell you right now, I'm not starting at 9 p.m. I'm not doing that. I have a life as well, and I'd like to get some things done. So 8 or 8:30 is what I'm looking at. 7-year-old Luke is playing in the first season of football here in Philly and has his first scrimmage game tomorrow. Congratulations. Now, Mike likes the 8 p.m. start, but Mike's in Philly. He watches and listens all the way from Philly. So it's 9 p.m., Mike, in Philly. So I'm not quite sure you quite have a vote on that poll right now. But we'll take that into consideration. All right. So the Abilene Cowboys 20-18 over the Lubbock Red Raiders. Hub City Matadors 18-6 over the 806 Spartans. Midland Horned Frogs doing what the Midland Horned Frogs do. They jump all over the brand new Wiley Bulldogs 38-0. The San Antonio Junior Falcons lose to the Somerset Little Bulldogs 22-12. Cornerstone Warriors white come in strong this season. They take out the Texas Revolution 48-2. And the Southeast Junior Hornets, much like how their high school counterparts are doing, a good fast start for the season, 51-16 over the Floresville Wildcats, and the San Antonio Tigers over the South Texas Rebels, 42-0. Those are the scores that came out of the flag division. Let's take a look at the Tykes, and of course, we'll have much more scores next week as Division One gets started. And, of course, we'll give you those schedules here. Now, we get our first, it never fails. Week 1, we get our first forfeit of the season. West Texas Falcons 1, 325 Bandits 0. Not good. Abilene Cowboys over the Lubbock Red Raiders, a stomping there, the Red Raiders, 33-0, the Cowboys with the win on that one. Hub City Matadors over the 806 Spartans, 27-0. This is the Tykes division scores we're given. John Pate, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining us, sir. The Midland Horned Frogs, of course, all over the Wiley Bulldogs, 28-0. Junior Falcons over the Somerset Little Bulldogs, 35-6 in the Tykes division. The Texas Revolution bounce back after the flag loss. Their Tykes win 36-19 over the Cornerstone Warriors white squad. And Floresville Wildcats bounce back after their flag loss, 37-12. And the San Antonio Tigers all over the South Texas Rebels, 47-0. And rookie scores coming up next here. As one of the things, before we get in the rookie scores, one of the things that I'd like to do, I want you guys to be interactive and part of the show. I have an email address. I want you guys to email me. It's thezone@tyfa.com. Thezone@tyfa.com. If you got a topic you want to talk about or want me to talk about, got a question, if you have a question for the league itself, send us an email at thezone@tyfa.com. And I'll ask the questions to those who of importance that can answer those questions, or if I can't answer them myself. And the topic-wise, we'll take a look at the topic and see if we can't get some guests on here, which we will do regularly here coming up with. This is kind of a quick show to get things started here for the season. Next week, we'll try to bring in some guests. I know the RGV gets started. We might bring in some people there from the RGV, talk to them. Out of El Paso, we'll talk to them. West Texas, we'll spread that wealth around and talk to some people and find out how the season's going, how things are going. We'll take a look at some matchups, and maybe we'll get two coaches from a big matchup coming up. Juan King Sanchez, I'm doing great. Ready to get this season started. It's been a very, very busy 2021 for me. A lot of changes that have gone on, and I'm just getting things settled. If I can move the camera, I would show you. As you can see, you got the boxes behind me over here. Got brand new chairs to put in here in the office studio. I now took a new job, and I am working from home, which just started yesterday. So I've been in a lot of training calls and things like that. So I've been kind of stuck here to the office studio doing a lot of that. Do you think you'll have Wayne the Voice Matthews on the show? I don't know if we'll have Wayne on here. Wayne is more of a national thing. He may want to come on and talk about Typha. Not sure, but we'll explore that. Like I said, we'll have some guests throughout the year, throughout the season, but probably more related to Typha itself and not nationally. I know there's been a lot of things people want to talk about nationally. We try to keep it to the league here on Typha when we have that. All right, so your rookie scores from last weekend: West Texas Falcons 32-0 over the 325 Bandits. Abilene Cowboys and Lubbock Red Raiders, a big, tough defensive battle here, 7-6. The Cowboys with the win over the Red Raiders. 806 Spartans and the Hub City Matadors, another close one, 6-0. The Spartans with the win. Wiley Bulldogs and the rookies bounce back and get a big win over the Midland Horned Frogs, 48-6. And the Junior Falcons fall to the Somerset Little Bulldogs. A lot of close games here in the rookie division. 7-6 was that score. The Cornerstone Warriors white 14, Texas Revolution 0. Floresville Wildcats rip up the Southeast Hornets 50-12. And the South Texas Rebels get a win over the San Antonio Tigers, 14-13. As we go on to the juniors for the scores. Again, these are just Division II scores, as Division II played last weekend. Division I gets started. We'll go over those schedules when they come up. Isaiah the Warrior Maldonado says, let's go Wiley Dogs. Rookies, we coming for that state title. Already. They already going. Already getting going. West Texas Falcons here in the junior division. Division II, 51. 325 Bandits, 0. Abilene Cowboys, 35. Lubbock Red Raiders, 6. 806 Spartans get blanked by the Hub City Matadors, 38-0. As Midland Horned Frogs, there's that junior squad, 54-0 over the Wiley Bulldogs. Junior Falcons out of San Antonio take on the Somerset Little Bulldogs, 27-21 is that score. Falcons with the win. And a Cornerstone Warriors white win over the Texas Revolution, 32-22. And the Southeast Junior Hornets, 39. Floresville Wildcats, 12. And the San Antonio Tigers blanked the South Texas Rebels, 14-0. No senior games started. I believe that there's been issues with that schedule. I know they had a last-minute dropout, and that's always been a problem for the senior levels. A lot of teams drop out at the last moment. Alex Abrego jumping in saying, thanks, Kenny. Thank you very much. Juan King Sanchez said, be ready for PSJ Wildcats, RGV Punishers, Ruthless Wolfpack, RGV Javelinas in the Rookie Division 1. I hear that from the RGV all the time, Juan. I hear it all the time. The seniors are ready to go. I hope so, because I'd like to have a successful senior season this year. All right, so we're going to step away real quick. When we come back, we're going to have the scores, the schedules for Division I that gets started this weekend. We'll also go over this week's Division II schedule coming up next here on The Zone on the Taifa Sports Network. Keep it here.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Monarch, the official trophy provider for Taifa.
And welcome back as the Zone here on the Typhus Sports Network every Wednesday starting at 8 p.m. currently. Taking your comments. Wondering if I should start the show at 8:30 instead. That's the question of the day. Email me at thezone@typha.com and let me know what you think. Should we start the show at 8:30 instead of 8? I know I've had some people tell me when I started at 8. A lot of people can't jump on because they're still at practice or just coming from practice, just getting home, what have you, and they haven't had time to really get in and log in. They jump in a little bit later. So we're going to try and find out what's going to be best, 8:30 or 8 p.m. to start the Zone here on the Typhus Sports Network each and every Wednesday night. So again, the email is, in fact, I'll put it in the chat. It is thezone@typha.com. I see Ricky Sanchez jumping in there. Why Ricky pays attention to the show, I don't know why. He's got his own little thing going on. I don't know what the deal is, but he says 8:30. Everyone gets out of practice at 8 p.m. And that's what I've heard. That's why I'm asking the question. So email me thezone@typha.com, and we'll take your under advisement. Also, any topics you want us to discuss here regarding the season coming up, send it to thezone@typha.com, and we'll definitely do that. Kenny Long here, your host. Yeah, Ricky, it's been a rough 2020. It's been a busy 2021. It's a lot of life changes, a lot of things that have happened over this past year and a half. I'm sure everybody has been affected with this pandemic. It made a very rough season for 2020 for all of us. It's been a lot of changes, not just personal, professional, life changes, a lot of things that have gone on in our lives here. And I have not been immune to that. It's been a very, very challenging year and a half for myself, my wife, and my family. But we're all doing well. We're all healthy. We're all good. I've had some professional changes for the better. And that's the point I'll make on that. For the better. I've had some changes that are for the better. I am now fully working from home, 100%, which is a great thing for both my wife and I. In fact, I just got started this week. I've been in training. If you ever done online training, if you ever done video training, it gets very, if you think sitting in a class through doing some training is hard, try being in front of a computer screen all day long, listening to the same person talk all day. Love my boss. But it can be hard. It really is, but I love working from home. I get a lot done that way. So it also frees me up to do a little bit more of this, which has been the reason why I've been kind of out of it, because I haven't had the ability to be here and do these shows. That's why we're kicking it off this week. I would have kicked it off last week, but those changes were still in play. I just got the studio reset up. So we're glad to be back, ready to get this thing going, ready to get the season going. I'm really excited. I know Division II got started last week. Division I gets going this week. Let's take a look at those schedules. As we'll take a look at Typha West Texas right now, which is Division II. Their schedule coming up here. The Lubbock Red Raiders are at home to face the West Texas Junior Falcons. 806 Spartans host the Midland Horned Frogs. The Wiley Bulldogs will host the Hub City Matadors, and the San Angelo Bandits will host the Abilene Cowboys. That's your schedule coming up there for West Texas, which I believe are all Division II right now. The Division I for Typha, this is going to be San Antonio and Austin area. Here are your games. Now, obviously, last week was a bye week for all of Division I. I say, Cody Earnhardt says, no, sir, we play on Sunday. So I'm not sure. I know there's there may be some Sunday games that I'm not showing that right here. And so if there's some sort of reschedule with that's not going to show on this schedule. This is just an open schedule that doesn't even show the times. It just shows that weekend. So for Division One, for this Saturday, everything gets kicked off. The East Austin Panthers are going to be hosting the Judson Junior Rockets up in Austin. Cibolo Spartans hosting the ATX Longhorns. JYSF Venom hosting the Unity. Tri-County Titans will be hosting the Capital Area Junior Wranglers. So those are some really good games. I'm expecting some good games. I'm looking ATX Longhorns, brand new organization coming in out of the Austin district, taking on the Cibolo Spartans. Cibolo, always a good, strong opponent for anybody and everybody who faces them. We'll see how they fare in their first ever Taifa game, going up against the San Antonio squad. And the Unity is they've been around Taifa for a little bit, but mainly just the senior level. This year, they're going all in Taifa, and they're bringing all 4 age groups. They're going to be taking on the JYSF Venom, Chris Davis's squads out there. That should be, if you're in San Antonio, I might try to sneak a game in over there, because I'll be down in San Antonio for some high school football broadcasting. We'll see if we can't get in there and sneak in and take a look. Chris Davis will probably charge me, though. He'll probably charge me the full admission. Knowing Chris Davis, he will charge me full admission. He will up the price only for me at the concession stand, because that's just how he operates. Tri-County Titans again hosting the Capital Area Junior Wranglers. Wranglers coming in very, very strong. They've got some great numbers coming into this season. Tri-County, always a good, hard opponent down in San Antonio. We'll see how that works out, as Austin versus San Antonio is on the menu for this first week. So good luck to those teams in what they're calling District 1, Division 1. In District 2, Division 1, you've got the New Braunfels Junior Cougars and the Cornerstone Warriors Red Squad doing battle. Cougars are the home squad. San Antonio Junior Hawks host the San Antonio Panthers. The Junior Hurricanes will host the San Antonio Jaguars. The SA Predators will host the Live Oak Jaguars. And that's those games there coming up this weekend in Division 1, District 2. Now, Division 2 in San Antonio. Here is your games coming up this weekend. Cornerstone Warriors White will host the Southeast Junior Hornets. Texas Revolution hosting the Junior Falcons. The Lavernia Grizzlies will host the Floresville Wildcats. Texas Rebels will host the Somerset Little Bulldogs. And the Junior Brahmas, as well as the San Antonio Tigers, will have their first bye week of the season. They will get that break. So those are your games going on in San Antonio, Division 1 and Division 2. Now, I would give you the scheduled games coming up for the RGV and for El Paso. Unfortunately, those schedules and the senior schedule has not been posted on the website yet. So go to Taifa.com, Game Center, and then click on schedules and check that out. Keep an eye on it, because I'm sure they'll be posted as soon as they're available to be posted on the website. Also, don't forget, you can always go to the Game Center on Taifa.com and check out the scores and check out the standings. We're not going to go over standings tonight. Not a real good reason to go over standings tonight, as there's only been Division 2 has played. They all played one game. So anybody who won is going to be first all the way down. Anybody who lost is going to be whatever it is all the way down. So not a real good mix to go over standings at this very moment. So we're going to pass that up, and we'll start looking at that probably about week 3. We'll start kind of pushing that out and checking things out as Division 1 gets going as well. Get some games under their belt. All right, so I'm checking out the chat box right now. A lot of people popping in here. Thank you, Ricky. Colin says, is the GOAT? Yeah, I don't know if I'm a GOAT. I don't know if I'd call myself a GOAT yet. But thanks for that. Did Junior Brahmas and Lavernia Grizzly Juniors not play this week? I didn't see any scores for them, so I'm guessing that they had a bye as well. There's nothing showing. There was nothing on the schedule for them to play either. In fact, let me double check here, because I'm looking at the schedule from last weekend. Looks like the Junior Brahmas, La Verde Grizzlies were actually supposed to play each other this past weekend, but I didn't see that score. I'm not sure if it was canceled for any reason or what the problem is, or maybe the score just didn't get reported yet. We've had that problem once before with organizations. So please remember, send in those game summary. Coaches, athletic directors, presidents, make sure you send in those game reports because they are very, very important, not just to the league and so they can input the standings and the scores, but for myself. I can't talk about the games. I can't reveal those scores if we don't have them on there. Let's see here. Okay, I thought they were scheduled to play this past Saturday. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. We had to reschedule for all age groups. And I don't know who CD is. Jim Watrick. Who is CD and why is CD a jerk? Interesting. Some of the comments that are coming in here. Thank you for joining us here on the Zone here on the Type of Sports Network. As once again, we'll be kicking things off every week, every Wednesday, starting at 8 p.m. I've taken a poll. Send me an email and give me what your response is at thezone@typha.com. And let me know what you think. Should we start the show at 8:30 instead of 8 o'clock? Should the show start at 8:30 instead of 8 o'clock? Now, as the season goes on, this show is going to get longer because there's not much to talk about right now. We're just getting things started. Chris Davis is a jerk. Well, now he's only a jerk to certain people like myself. No, Chris Davis and I are real good friends. Fantastic guy, loves the kids. So, but again, email me, thezone@typha.com. If you got some topics you want me to talk about, let me know. This show will expand as the season goes on. It'll get longer and bigger. We'll have some guests that'll be joining us. We're gonna have some people from the RGV. We're gonna have some people from West Texas, El Paso, San Antonio, Austin. We'll get some coaches in here. Give us a talk what they're thinking, what's going on, how the season's going for them. I'm sure our president and CEO Brian Morgan will grace us with his presence throughout the season as well. Give us an update. In fact, we may have him on next week to kind of give us an idea of what the season is shaping up, looking like. Obviously, COVID is still around. Still a lot of precautions being taken for COVID, and we hope that everybody stays safe, does what they feel is necessary to keep safe. But we're glad that people are back here playing football. That is the biggest thing. Getting these kids exercise, getting them out of the house, getting them playing a sport that they love. And us as parents, us as fans, get to sit in the stands and watch these games. So it should be a fantastic season, 2021 season. And let me answer the one question that I usually get, and I know I've already gotten an email about it, and I just remembered I was going to mention this. No, I do not know where championships are going to be played. No, I do not know where championships are going to be played this year. That has not been revealed yet. And again, and I have to explain this each and every year. So if you pay attention to Typha, if you know how we do things and how things are set up, we run literally the same playoff format and timing as high school football. It's what's exciting. It's what makes it impressionable. It creates that playoff atmosphere that you see in high school, and these kids love it. The fans love it. I love it. It's like a whole second season after the regular season, and it really makes it special, makes it worthwhile. So here's the thing. By doing that, it also creates problems when it comes to finding a venue, because these venues are not going to offer to youth football organizations or leagues until they know they're not going to get a high school game. They're just not going to do it. And let's be honest, these kids will play a championship game in a dirt sand lot. So where we have it, it's just going to depend what's available and what we can get into. I already got one right here in the chat box. Already starting up on this one. Better be bigger place than last year. Better be bigger place than last year. Well, you know, it was 2020. It was COVID. Nobody was letting anybody in their facilities. Some high schools were not even playing. A lot of facilities were not even allowing us in, period. They weren't letting anybody in. Central Catholic High School was gracious enough to allow us to hold our championship games in their facility, and it went off beautifully. I thought it was a great, great venue. I've been there for high school games. You know, you guys had all kinds of space. It was great. It was open door. I loved that. I really did. But you can't complain about it. Better be a bigger place than last year with everything that we were going through. The year before that, where were we? Baylor. The year before that, where were we? Prairie View A&M. The year before that, I believe it was it the Star that time? I can't remember. Taifa does a fantastic job of trying to find a nice, fantastic venue to hold championship games where we can. Oh, no, the year before that, it was Houston. We were at the Berry Center, which is a fantastic facility, by the way. So, yeah, you got to give it the fact that we found some place to do this instead of some backyard lot to hold our championship games. We still found a nice facility to have it done. It was a great time. I know you were, Nifa. Don't worry about it. That's why I give the 7U Horned Frogs a hard time, too. All right, so we're going to call it a night. Not a whole lot to go over tonight. I'm sure we're going to have a heck of a lot more as the season progresses, so get ready as the Zone starts at 8 p.m. every Wednesday. We may change it to 8:30, so pay attention to the Taifa Sports Network, the Zone Facebook page. If we decide to change it before next week, I will let you know. We'll post it on there. We'll do a little bit more posting as I get done with all this new training that I'm having to do. But we'll definitely get back on the horse and let y'all know what is going on here in the league. It should be a fantastic season. I want to thank you for joining me here tonight, as we'll be back next Wednesday, starting at 8 p.m., currently possibly 8:30. Have a safe night, and we'll see you next weekend.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.